Severe weather update. Vice forecaster JD Rapp with you. We are converting this to Illinois Storm Watch, not Illinois Storm Watch, USA Severe Weather Network page in YouTube. We are tracking a potentially damaging straight line wind event with lots of damage reports coming in. I apologize, I was a little bit late coming in, but we do have a lot of things to talk about. Tornado warnings are continuing. This could be a big line of storms. I'm very concerned of the very straight line damage and straight line winds is going to be the biggest concern. Tornadoes are possible. This could be a small derecho. We really don't know quite yet. But like I said, Isaac could come in this evening. Mail could come in later, so we'll keep that going. So let's go to right to radar. First of all, I'm going to report some damage reports before we go to the tornado warnings. We're getting reports of 65 miles of wind, 60, 50. I'm getting several reports of strong winds and up and take limbs down 2 3 inch. So we got a lot of reports coming in, like the power lines. So this is not good. So first of all, I'm going to try to go to one of the sites here, and we'll go to the warnings if I can get everything loading here. And alright, the National Weather Service just sent you the severe thunderstorm warning out here. This goes into effect. Let me see my volume's gonna work. Alright, let me put a pause here a minute. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Alright, we got the internet going, got volume. Alright, we still have the severe thunderstorm warning. And for Mills County, Mills City County in south central Ohio, Fort County in southwestern Ohio, western Penfield County in western Ohio, south central Henderson County in western Ohio, eastern Johnson County and south central Nebraska, Newton County in north central Nebraska, Douglas County, eastern Nebraska, eastern Pineland County in eastern Nebraska. Second here. Douglas County in eastern Nebraska. Just got a new tornado warning. Central Power County in north central Nebraska. Spray County in eastern Nebraska. South central Washington County in eastern Nebraska. Oakton County in eastern Nebraska. Richardson County in southwestern Nebraska, and Class County into 445. At 3:33, a severe thunderstorm located along a line extended from 5 miles northeast of Princeton to 5 miles of Oakton, moving east at 65. Folks, this is booking at 65 miles an hour. This is why we're not going to go off the air with you. Hazardous. This is the dangerous storm, destructive storm. 80 miles of wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Radar indicated. So This is a life-threatening situation, folks. This is a life-threatening situation. I mean, if you live in any of these communities like Pineham City, Nearton, Table Rock, Barrington, Conthorn, Missouri Valley, Middlesdale area, Logan, Processing, and this includes interstate highways between 29 miles mark 1 and 84, interstate 80 in Ohio between miles mark 1 and 27. In Nebraska, this includes interstate 1 and 27 and interstate 40 in Nebraska between miles mark 4 and 32. This protection, take cover. This is destructive storms that are capable of producing widespread damage and winds and a significant tornado. So this whole line is destructive, folks. You need to take your tornado precaution. Even the storm does not produce any tornadoes. You need to get to shelter now. Go to the lowest floor if you can. Put a mattress between you. Please share the world. If you live in Nebraska or this area, you need to be taking your tornado precaution areas right now. So this just tells you we're getting very strong winds with these storms. Reading some reports coming in.
Advisory continues over north central and
I'm trying to read some information here, see if we got anything. No reports coming in quite yet. I'm just waiting here just to see. This line is capable today of producing some damage. So, the new severe thunderstorm watch is set for 7 p.m. It's for winds over 70 miles an hour. And you can see these storms are capable of producing wind damage today. Alright, we'll take a... It's kind of hard to keep up with the severe thunderstorm warnings, but we do have a couple tornado warnings, too, with this. Tornado warning effect that's going to be expiring eventually. And, folks, these are booking at 70 miles an hour, so we have a damaging tornado. So, we'll pull up here just a little bit. Turn on velocity. I'll try to tell you what the warning is. North Central Calhoun County in North Central Nebraska. Fortson County in north central Nebraska to about 4:30. At 3:35, a confirmed tornado was located near Beaverin to 32 miles east of New Fork, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour, folks. This is booking at 60 miles an hour. Hazards, damaging tornado with the storm. So take cover immediately. This is booking at 60 miles an hour, folks. You're not going to have time to go to your tornado safe spot. The weather spotters have confirmed a tornado. You need to take cover. This is a life-threatening situation here. We'll check and see if we have any debris balls. There is something with this by Burr area. So if you're in this pink polygon, you need to get to shelter now. This is a tornado warning. There's that debris ball that could be picking up debris. That is a tornado warning. You need to be shaking your tornado precaution areas right now. So let me be right back. I got to get some water since I'm going to be talking for quite a while. Alright, we're back. Still look like that tornado could have a little bit debris ball with that. So if you live in that tornado warning, now it's time to seek shelter. This is booking at, let's see, it was booking at 70 miles an hour. So this is a very fast, I mean fast storm, folks. You don't want to have a lot of time to act today. Tornado warning, this goes in effect. This is a damaging tornado for Fortson County, north central Nebraska, north central Coombs County here at 3:35. The confirmed tornado was located near Bear, or 13 miles east of New Fort, booking at 60. Damaging tornado and half dollar size hail confirmed by spotters. So what we want to do is show you, yep, that is red next to green, folks. That is what we call is gate-to-gate sheared. Winds coming in, winds going out. That's a tornado trying to form with that storm. So you need to be into the lowest floor of your home. Like Mel always said, put a helmet on top of your head. I just think we got a new tornado warning. Let me check that out, because that needs to be looked at here. And we'll switch back to velocity so I could take a look. Alright, that goes through 430. And you can see this is moving at 60 miles an hour. And you can see you got some... Just a second, folks. Alright, we're back again. You see we still got rotation. And you can see that is still tight. So tornado warning will expire on that one. And you can see, let's check here. That storm is still having a damaging tornado. Very strong signs of wind sheared with that storm. And we're not trying to ignore the severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm trying to... Yeah, that's still showing me some pretty decent shear there. Pulling up velocity. This is for hail. And there is some very large hail with these storms later on, too. So, we got that one storm. And you can see what we got. Just a second here. I got to type some stuff out just in a minute. So people can see what we have here. Normally I get this typed out early, but like I said, I'm just working for myself right now. Get my fancy glasses on so we can see. Just a second here. I'm here, folks. I'm just typing some stuff out here for this ticker. I have to do that later, folks. Alright, we do have a bunch of severe thunderstorms coming in. This line, I mean, I tell you, it's been doing some damage. So, getting some reports coming in. Power lines down with this whole situation. So, we'll switch back here. And, let's see. Severe thunderstorm warning. This is, in fact, for parts of eastern Format County and eastern South Central Ohio. Montgomery County and South Central Ohio. Mills County and South Central Ohio, eastern Pulaski County and South Central Ohio, southeastern western Shelby County and South Central Ohio, Page County in Ohio to about 5:15. At 3:54, severe thunderstorm is located, expected near Waterloo or 5 miles east of Summerfield, moving east at 70. Folks, this is a destructive storm here. Hazardous, 90 miles of wind. So, train weather spotters, reported this. So, you definitely live in Shelby, Martin, excuse me, Martin, Averton, or Waterton. This includes Interstate 80 in Ohio between miles mark 29 and 48. Tornado watch remains in effect at 8 p.m. This is a life-threatening situation, folks. This is a dangerous, typically, this whole line is dangerous. We have the potential of 90 miles per wind. I mean, this is going to cause some significant damage. You need to be in your tornado safe spot. Take this 90 miles of gust. I'm going to tell you on the computer right now, take it as a tornado right now. This is a dangerous situation here. This line of storm is powerful. And I'm trying to get a better radar so I can show you. This is a dangerous line of thunderstorms today. This is going to cause problems. I'm trying to wait till the radar to get caught up. It might be too close to see this. But this is a life-threatening situation. This is why we're trying to... Let's see who... This is why we're trying to tell you this is a life-threatening situation. This line of thunderstorms here is capable... Now, it was capable of producing 80 miles of wind too. And part of a new line up here is capable of producing that 90 miles of wind. You definitely need to be in your tornado safe spot right now. Make sure you have a helmet. Get to shelter now. This line here is going to be, it's going to be booking pretty quickly. So, I'll read it's going to be moving at 75. So you need to be acting your storm plan right now. Get to your shelter right now. This is not time to fool around. This is some powerful, destructive hurricane force winds. Up to 90 miles an hour. This is not good. This is going to tear down trees, and trees on the power lines. We want to see some significant damage from this one line of thunderstorms. So, like I said, we've been talking about this for the last hour and the last few hours. This is a line we're going to have to be watching for the potential of a strong line of thunderstorms, and it's a powerful line. And like I said, we're getting these tornado spin-ups every minute. Douglas County and South Central Dodge County, eastern Nebraska, and Washington. I see here at 4:45. At 3:53, a tornado-producing storm was located over Yaunton, or 20 miles west of Omaha, moving northeast at 75 miles an hour. Hazardous, damaging tornado confirmed. So we're getting a confirmed tornado right now with these storms in Irvington around 4 o'clock, Arlington around 4:45, Kenton around 4:10. So other locations in the path and the transit storm will be included. Horn. This is a particularly dangerous situation. We have a tornado reserved with this storm here. So we'll switch back to velocities. Just see if we got any potentially of rotating storms. And you can see that we don't have any couplets, but I'm trying to check here. Tornado winds are going to continue with this line. So this is a dangerous line of thunderstorms. I mean, you want to be into a building. We're getting reports coming in now on my computer of 90 miles per wind, 90, 65 at some stations. So this is going to be a pretty sad deal. We want to have a lot of trees, and trees been blown down on buildings. Stuff like that could happen. So you need to be into your tornado safe spot now. This whole line is a dangerous situation now. This is a particularly dangerous situation. I'm checking here my on Facebook and see we just had any. I mean, this is a sad deal. When we start seeing these tornado warnings, you need to be acting very quickly. We're getting like some of these storms are moving on 75 to 80 miles per hour. These are very fast storms. So please pass the word on. Please. If you're living up here in this tornado area, this is a life-threatening situation today. This is why we're continuing to clear that alert day if you live up here, because this is the line of storms we've been talking about. And it still has done lots of reports of damage coming in from this. I don't qualify this as a derecho quite yet, but this is a line of thunderstorms are continuing. Tornado warning that goes in effect at 4:15. So far, that is just a radar indicated tornado. We don't have nothing confirmed on the ground, but my main concern is now, if you with us, you're tuning in from home, whatever you're at today, we have this main line of thunderstorms today, and this is capable of producing some significant damage. And I like to change different things, just look at different bases, because, I mean, even this thing ain't picking it up. It's showing me some very strong winds. This is why we're continuing to watch these. Alright, we got a train weather spot report 70 miles of wind. I mean, you need to be, if you're in these tornado warnings here, I mean, severe thunderstorm warnings, you need to get to your tornado safe spot. Act as a tornado, because, like I said, this whole line, eastern Riley County, eastern Ray County, Greeley County, and eastern Kansas, South Central Riley County, and North Central Kansas, John County, and eastern Kansas, North Central, let's see, Wabasha County, and Wabasha County, and Kansas. Let's see here, Kansas, Jackson County, and North Central Kansas, Hamburg County, and North Central Kansas, Brown County, and North Central Kansas, Marshall County, North Central Kansas, about 4:45. 354, severe thunderstorms located along the line expanding from Powell City, or to 8 miles northeast of Vault, then moving east at 65. These is the destructive warned area, so hazardous, 80 miles of wind, and potentially nickel-sized hail with this. I mean, if you live in any of these locations, like Wumburg around Hottenland, let's see here, Stamberton, Roseville, let's see here, Weston, Blaine, St. Mary's, Silver Lake area over here in Kansas State, George, Maple Hill, Atkinson, Fairview is in this. Let's see here, Mount Landon and Pexico area. This includes Interstate 70 between miles mark 13 and 54. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of winds over 80 miles an hour. This is a life-threatening situation, and there's another couplet trying to form. Anytime you get these couplets today, that's going to be our problem. Strong straight-line winds, and this is a potentially of 90 miles of wind. And this is why we're still with you. This is why we're continuing to pop on. All right, National Weather Service just issued another tornado warning. I figured that would happen as you get more sheared in. It goes in effect into that. So see, anytime you get these rotations to pop in, you're getting more reports of 70 miles of wind, 90, and especially that tornado warning up here. It's booking at 75. This is how fast the storms are going to move today. So, like I said, this is going to be some significant damage. So we need to be all aware of that. We'll pull up our correlation and see if we have any debris. And this has always helped us determine we have any debris with any of these storms today. I'm trying to see how fast we can get this unavailable when the radar's down, because like I said, we get strong winds like this, it can actually blow a site down. I've seen it many times, and we don't see anything like that. 445 for Dodge. You don't get a tornado, you're going to get some powerful winds today. It's going to knock trees down. I mean, we could see some power outages for several hours, even some non-thunderstorm wind gusts. That could be deadly too. Non-thunderstorm wind gusts today is going to be a huge problem. So right now, I'm going to get me a drink of water again. Just like to check some updates from my phone. Nothing's coming in right now. Just looking through here. And I'm checking the SPC because sometimes they might issue new watches as they get closer. I'm watching for different areas. It's 3:55. We had that update. So right now we're still continuing to track this whole line of thunderstorms. It's a dangerous line of storms coming in, and just still watching it. You know, waiting on updates to come in right now, and you can see that severe thunderstorm warning it remains for winds over 80 miles an hour. That's very bad, and you can see multiple spin up tornadoes with this line, and you can see there's a little spot there that can rotate. Any of these cells are going to spin up brief to maybe some strong tornadoes with this line of thunderstorms. But like I said, if you're in any of these 90 miles of wind, you need to get to your safe spot now. You're not going to have time today, folks. This is like racing through a racetrack. These storms are racing fast. So you're not going to have time to get to your tornado safe spot because these are moving real quickly. So, tornado wind about 415, and you can see most of these are in effect to 445, and these whole storms are producing destructive winds over 80 miles an hour. Now, this is not good at all once you see this. Like I said, Jackson up here starting to get a lot of 80 miles of wind reports. So just give me a second. I'm going to analyze radar here a minute. I'm going to bump up our feed coverage because we're starting to get some reports of 80 miles of wind here. So we'll go to the forecast page and just change this to we'll do this here. We're getting reports of 90 miles per wind. Alright, we're back. I was just changing some stuff. And you can see severe thunderstorms are continuing with 80 miles of wind. You can see some reports of 90. I'm getting some more gusts at 70. I mean, once you get these type of winds and this one big thunderstorm, it's never good. Once you start seeing this. And that runs through about another little bit. It's still it kind of slowed down to 65. That's still fast. You know, these line of storms are going to have a potential today of producing some strong to straight line winds. Just a second here, folks. I'm just reading some stuff. So we're continuing to watch this whole line, and you can see 5:15. You know, we're getting north central, Dompton County, north central. Let's see here. Let's see, north central Dompton County and central Wharf County, north central Dompton County, north central Kansas, western Wharf County, north central Missouri, Arlington County and central Missouri, Houghton County and central Missouri, Norton Wake County and north central Missouri, Andrew County, central Missouri, to about 5:15. At 4:02, a severe thunderstorm located along a line extending from Platte to near Nebraska, moving north to Summerfield, moving northeast at 90 miles an hour. So this is quick, folks. 90 miles an hour. Hazard of these destructive storms, 80 miles of wind, and nickel-sized hail. Train weather spotters with this storm. So if you're living in these areas at Marville around and Sanford, Truck, Moon City, Heightland, Rockport, let's see, Oregon, Fairfax, Borton, Justice Hobson, Riverwood, let's see, Maryland, Sightmore areas in it, Forston, Creek, Form, White, Cloud, Married, and Clifton, Justin, Chattel area. This includes Interstate 29 between miles mark 61 and 123. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing winds over 80 miles an hour. This is a storm that we really are concerned about. We switch back here to our radar and put our velocity up again. Our tools, what we use as we get close to Missouri site, we would probably see it better. Let me get that zoomed in better. Maybe this will help us out. And you can see strong to straight line winds is going to be the biggest threat. 80 miles of wind focus. Quarter size hails with this. And you can see this is booking at 70 miles an hour. And you can see we got one report over here of lots of strangle damage, roofs, and see when you get a bunch of shingles off, we don't even know the tornado yet. So this runs through 430, and you can see this whole line. It's just causing a lot of damage. So we're getting non-thunderstorm wind gusts, and this is a whole lot of thunderstorms we're going to have to moderate. So right now we'll put things in animation, let everything animate. We still got the tornado warnings that go in effect for Douglas County. This is a damaging tornado, so this means you need to be in your tornado precaution areas. Like I said, put a helmet on top of your head. And like I said, the National Weather Service might have issued a new severe thunderstorm warning. If I did, I'm not surprised. At 3:54, a severe thunderstorm is located from your Waterloo to 5 miles north of Summerfield, moving east at 75. So hazardous 90 miles of wind gusts. So this is a life-threatening situation. So you definitely need to be indoors. Let this severe thunderstorm warning pass. So we're getting storms with this whole line capable of producing winds over the one. Alright, this is a new one. Choctaw County in north central Ohio, western Newburgh County in central Ohio, Platte County in north central Ohio, Atherton County, north central Ohio, and 5 p.m. At 4:03, severe thunderstorms located along the line extended from Walkerbound to 8 miles. To 8 miles northeast of Craig, moving northeast at 65. Hazards, damage to winds over 75 miles, over 70 miles an hour. I mean, so if you live in any of these communities, Kingston, let's see here, Spentland, Maryland, Pearson around 4:30. Let's see, Dibburg around 4:40. Lee Merds around, and Battle Creek around 4:45. Crashing around 4:50. Chalk around Hudson around 4:55. So this is other thunderstorms included. These severe storms would be Austin or Burnville or Westfield or Chatworth. This is a dangerous line of thunderstorm winds over 70 miles an hour. So what this is going to do is probably cause some significant damage, and this is why we're continuing to watch these storms this afternoon. And this internet's kind of having a little trouble here picking things up. So we're kind of watching from my phone here. Alright, let's see what we got here. Mainly, potentially, tornado wind about 445 for Douglas County up here. And you can see we're getting damage coming in a lot. So, I don't know if anybody has got hurt from this, but like I said, if you're in the tornado warning, you need to be taking your tornado precaution areas right now. Put a mattress between you, a bike helmet, protect yourself from flying debris. So we're continuing to watch this, pushing into the like I said, if you live in parts of this whole severe thunderstorm warning, you need to be taking your shelter right now. This is a whole line of thunderstorms capable of producing winds over 90 miles an hour. And that is enough to cause some shingles to blow off, sheds blowing away. This is worse than a tornado. We could have lots of trees and power lines going down, even without thunderstorms today. That's another thing we want to have to watch. So we do have severe thunderstorm warnings for parts of Cass County in Ohio and parts of western Union counties, essential Ohio, and Auburn County in north central Ohio, Adams County, and southwestern Ohio here, western Richland County, and western Ohio, western Arlington County in Ohio until about 5:30. At 4:12, a severe thunderstorm is located along a line extending from Pixon to Hindenburg, moving northeast at 70 miles an hour. Hazards 80 miles of wind gusts with this. So, like I said, locations include Corton and Lynx area, and this includes Interstate 80 between miles marked 15 and 82. This is a severe a tornado warning, a severe thunderstorm warning, and it's capable of producing some significant winds. That's what's going to be a problem today. It's the wind damage you get, and this is just continuing to knock trees down. And you can see some damage coming in. New tornado warning. That would expire eventually. And 80 miles of wind. So, folks, you got to take this very seriously. This is a life-threatening situation. I'm not trying to get that way, but this is just telling you we got winds blowing over 90 miles an hour. And like I said, that is going to cause some problems to buildings, sheds. Probably could start breaking some windows. This is like a EF1 tornado, so you definitely need to be hunker down, get centered, and get covered. This is a tornado, a severe thunderstorm line capable of producing some spin-up tornadoes along this area, and some of these have been damaging tornadoes. I have not seen if this is going to be a repeat what we have. These are kind of be like F1s if we get anything. So just a second here. Alright, we're back. I was just getting a little, passing some reports along. Alright, you just joined us. We still got the tornado warning, the 445. Let's see, these are just mainly radar indicated tornadoes, but you still live in the severe thunderstorm warning. You still need to be seeking some shelter. And you can see this whole line is booking very fast. This is a fast moving line of thunderstorm that's capable of producing 90 miles per wind and 80. You know, so we'll drill in here at the main line. You can see strong to straight line winds, very strong winds up to 80. I mean, this is very bad. You know, we're starting to get winds over 80 miles an hour. I mean, you're going to lose power. You definitely need to be into a room with no windows, like put a mattress between you. That will protect yourself from flying debris. We have this tornado fret that's continuing and potentially high wind fret. And like I said, this is why we're continuing to go live. I'm staying with you for a little while until this probably passes. Just reading here right now. If anything I see on Facebook yet, or if anything, and I'm not hearing nothing from the Storm Prediction Center quite yet. So maybe that's some good news. We're not hearing from them yet. But still, the tornado threat is continuing with very strong to straight line winds coming in with it. And you can see parts of the area is still done with this front. But if you live in Iowa, you're just getting started with this line of storms coming in. Very strong line. We just got a report of 70 miles of wind there. And this goes, so once 80 miles per wind. Let's see, circulation from, let's see, spotters report St. Mary's over there at 415. So this is more likely if at 80 miles a wind fret with this. And like I said, we've been having these decent setups because we're just getting into just a second here, folks. We're back on, still tracking these storms. There's a huge line of big complex containing some very strong to powerful straight line winds. A couple of advisories has got taken off the board, so maybe that'll be some good news. I'll stay with you till the tornado warnings kind of calm down, and I don't know what that'll be. Alright, just got some more warnings. Can you join StreamYard? Isaac. Alright, and this runs in effect for eastern Sneakwick County and central Kansas. Chase County in eastern Kansas, Butler County in south central Kansas, western Greenwood County and southwestern Kansas to 545. 510, severe thunderstorm is located, extending from 8 miles near Bluffton to Eastburg, moving northeast at 55. Hazardous 70 miles of wind gusts with the storm. So, this line of storms in Wichita and Deborah area, let's see, Elton, let's see, Hazelville, Valley Center, Bell, Rose Hill, Douglas, Tossington, Cottonwood Falls, Waterton, Lawton, Madison, Strong City, and Dutchtown, Wichita. This includes Interstate 135 between miles marked 0 and 20, Interstate 35 between miles marked 34 and 115. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning. Just a second. So if you're in this warning at 5:45, you need to be taking your severe weather precautions. Make sure you're in your safe spot. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing 80 miles of wind, and especially these new storms are capable of producing winds over 70 miles an hour. And that's still storm capable of producing 80 miles of wind, and 80 is still enough to start causing some problems. Just waiting on some new data to load here. And you can see the storm capable of producing 80 miles of wind. That's just very strong once you see that, and you can see these storms of you. So I'll be right back just in a second, folks. And we're just getting masses that just damage a lot. Alright, we still got the severe thunderstorm warning with 80 miles of wind. And you still got this whole line, the 545, at 4 for parts of, this. And now this line is still capable of moving near Wills, and only moving northeast at 35, at 85. This is the destructive storm for Kansas and north central Missouri. Train weather spotted for 80 miles of wind. So, if you're in this line of storms, you need to be taking your tornado precaution areas. This line of thunderstorms is really strong, folks, with 80 miles of wind with it. And like I said, you got to be taking your tornado precaution areas. We have new tornado warnings here. This goes into effect for Cass County. I heard about at 4:46. A confirmed tornado was 8 miles of Chris Wood moving 12 miles, moving. Let's see, 12 miles west of Atkinson, Moonies, around 80 miles. So hazards, damage, and tornado. This is a storm that any of these storms could produce a tornado. Very strong signs of rotation, and we definitely need to be aware of that. They're potentially of a confirmed tornado. And folks, this whole line, I'm concerned the last couple days, we're getting reports of 70, 75, 80 miles, a large barns, stuff like this. This is why we entered alert day. This is why we're on, is because these line of thunderstorms are very potent. And we definitely need to be aware of this whole line. It's capable of producing winds over 80 miles an hour. And stuff is just updating so quickly. It's just hard to keep up with things. So you may not have a lot of time. So this tornado, like I said, we're getting these tornadoes and they've been damaging. I don't know if they've been long track where we saw the other night, but this is a damaging tornado. Strong line of thunderstorms. And we'll put in our correlation. And this is if we can see any debris with this. Like any debris aloft. That's when the storm spits out spits out debris. The tornado does. But so far, I'm waiting on the update to come through here on our correlation. It could take a little bit. And we're going to continue with our coverage right now because this is a long night and we've been watching this line of thunderstorm that's been intense with some straight line to damage and straight line winds. Very powerful winds. I mean, we would probably continue to keep coverage up as long as we have this. Just got a new update from the Storm Protection Center right now. As likely we'll see another watch be issued. So that's a 95% from the Storm Protection Center. So just be ready for a long and stormy even. So right now we'll get back to our radar. Unavailable. Let's see, some of the radars could be down because the storms have been getting. So back in here, you can see that strong to line of thunderstorms as it continue to move through. This has been what we've been watching for the last couple days. I mean, that's why the moderate risk is in place for some tornadoes that could be intense. So be ready for that. Right now, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I'm just checking anything new coming in. Still, this Thunderstorm is still destructive. Let's see what the radar shows up here now. And severe thunderstorm still capable of producing winds over 80 miles an hour. Folks, this is a very powerful line of thunderstorm. New tornado warning for Cass County, County in Ohio, Western Greeley County in Ohio, Abington County, and North Central Erie County, Central Ohio, to about 5:45. 452 severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Occoton, moving northeast at 75 miles an hour. So this is a fast-moving storm. So this is a storm that's booking at 75. I mean, folks, we got storms that are moving fast today. These are fast movers, and you're not going to have a lot of time. So we're getting, like, report the power outages. So let me put my tie right back on. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. And you can see these storms today have a fast moving to them. They're moving like 75 to 80. You know, these storms are booking really quickly. And you can see the tornado warning will continue to 5:45. And you got a severe thunderstorm, another tornado warning. Some of these will get canceled. These are fast moving spin ups. And we'll check in with the lines and see if we got any correlation. And this is the tool we see any debris has been aloft, and sometimes you don't see it. We'll pull this up again and check for debris, and it takes time to load this. Might just be one of these radars are down. We still have a 95% chance of a new watch being issued. I haven't took a look at it. Waiting on some updates coming in. And some of our radar systems are showing like radar scopes down. I wonder if it's just the weather conditions. And we've been here tracking this since this afternoon. Right now, I don't know, some places got hit hard. We'll check in with while we're kind of waiting on that, let's pull up our new markers, and you can see have to use different radars, and you can see, alright, severe thunderstorm up to 80 miles of wind with these storms. So this is a particularly dangerous situation. And see that red next to green by white cloud area. That's where you get your strong signs of some straight line winds. Red next to green. You know, that is just tells you how strong that tight rotation is. Now, that is a tornado warning. And like I said, you're getting a lot to report to some shingles off roofs. Starting to get more reports coming in of roofs and buildings. And just been blown out. This just tells you a strong line of thunderstorms. It's powerful today. So we'll back out here. Like I said, they're getting ready to be a new watch being issued from the Storm Prediction Center, and we'll go from there. Let me go to the Paducah to the Storm Prediction Center, and I'll show you what they're talking about. I don't know, it'll be a severe thunderstorm, or they just continue the tornado watch. I mean, like I said, this has been a active afternoon, and this is rare time. I don't even remember when the last time we went with some of this. I got a message from the Storm Prediction Center. We might even be having some new expanded of the watch too. So let me switch screens here for a minute. We'll keep the radar up. Just give me a minute here. I gotta animate all this. We'll keep radar going because we know people want to see our radar also in our other coverage. So I'm going to try to get things pulled up on that. And this is something I saw from the Storm Prediction Center. We'll read here. It's a summary of widespread damage and winds, including 65 knots, remains to Missouri, to the Kansas, Missouri over the next few hours. A couple tornadoes are possible. Now, I'm reading here, Mississippi valleys. We can see the border of 50 to a few, several wind gusts. Giving some 60 knots. So the storm this is a few significant gusts up to 65 with the squall line. That's one thing we have. But this is something I'm going to pull up here and show everybody on the computer here. Alright, the new Storm Prediction Center just updated, coming in from some new information about 4:47 minutes ago. We want to have to share that with everybody, what the Storm Prediction Center had to say, because everybody probably wants to know what that is showing here. Alright, I'm checking the new update from them. And I'll read to you, see that red color, that is a 4 out of 5. And they did extend parts to enhance into Kansas. And St. Louis, you're in a low wind threat. That's a 1 out of 5. Here's the tornado risk still. We still have that 10% hatched area. The damage and winds, I'm always watching that big black circle. That is where we can see some significant gusts. So that's still possible in the next couple hours. I'm reading here widespread winds over 60 to 70. At least a few tornadoes likely. Missouri up in that area. But gusts could get also possible. Typically up to they can still see 70 to 100 miles of gusts. Or strong tornado too is still possible with this giving some strong wind fields. So we still could see, this in the early even hours. Will still be here tonight. I'm just reading everything that's coming across the screen. A few 100 miles of gusts still possible with a QLC tornadoes. So definitely this is still a bad thing. And the Storm Prediction Center I read here is going to issue a 95% of a new watch be issued. So I'll switch this around. You can see 95%. I don't know if they want to extend this to be a tornado watch or they'll keep this as a severe thunderstorm watch. Just depends what mode we're going into. I'm just going to share this with some of the groups here where we're on. So this is why we tell you this line of thunderstorms has been pretty strong today. And that's why I'm going to share this to the page here. And we'll share it to mine. Alright, so we're continuing with our coverage right now. Right now, I'm going to switch back and get us back to our regular radar. I know a lot of people probably want to get back to our coverage with us, so I was just going to show you what the Storm Prediction Center did issue. Continue with our storm coverage now. It's still watching radars coming in. Still that severe thunderstorm that's still capable of moving at 80 miles an hour, and new circulation over here, new tornado warning that goes in effect. And these are fast moving QLC tornadoes. So we'll put our radar and look at this. Goodness gracious. Over here by Oregon area and Fillmore, that's where the strongest signs of the rotation is. Very strong rotation right there. by Milton area. If you're in that area, you need to be seeking some shelter now. This is a whole line. If you're in the whole line today, you need to be taking your tornado precaution areas and just taking a few reports of getting some hail reported now. Up to 2 inches. Alright, now we got a severe thunderstorm warning I'm concerned about here. This one here for parts of Lyon counties over here and parts of the Kansas area at 502. Severe thunderstorm is located 4 miles south of region, moving east at 75. This is a destructive storm, hazardous softball-sized hail, and 70 miles of wind gust. So emergency manner report that. So we're getting a report to some softball-sized hail. And that's going to break some windows, folks. So you definitely need to be away from all the windows. And yeah, that is a pretty decent hail core there. So we're getting like softball size hail, and that's going to break some windows. And there is potentially some circulation trying to spin up with that. You know, we could be getting a very strong storm, and there is a severe thunderstorm warning with that, with 80 miles of wind. So if anybody in the path of this area today, you need to be taking your tornado precaution areas. Go to your safe spot. Do not let your guard down today. This is a line of severe thunderstorms today that is capable of producing some destructive winds. And just like I said, if y'all came just join me, we might. And I'm listening to some video here. I'm just listening to some. I'm just getting some reports of some semi trucks been blown over. When you get semi, that's just powerful winds. I don't know if this is going to be the PDS. I mean, right now we're still dealing with this whole line, this huge complex of storms continue now, and I mean, this is not really good, so we need to be watching that. Back out here, like I said, this is a whole line, so I'll be right back. Alright, we still got the severe thunderstorm warning north central Dauphin County and central Kansas. North central Bunchen County and north central Missouri. Wharf County in north central Missouri. Davidson County in north central Missouri. Collier County, north central Missouri. Harrison County, north central Missouri. Eastern Huntland County in north central Missouri. Noe County in north central Missouri. Andrew County in north central Missouri. Kimber County, north central Missouri, at about 6:30. At 5:11, a severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from Bartlesville to 6 miles southeast of Midland to near Dalton, moving northeast at 75. These are the destructive storms. 80 miles of wind, and not we have reports in Missouri of 80 to 90. So hazards, 80 miles of wind, and penny-sized hail. So these lines of storms. If you live in Troy area, this whole line is capable of producing some winds. We're having reports of winds up to 90 to 80. This is a particularly dangerous situation. You need to be taking cover right now, folks. This is a line of storms that we've been watching for the last couple days that producing some wind damage. So I'll be right back. Alright, good evening everybody. We're back into the Weather Center again. The National Weather Service just issued a tornado watch now that covers parts of Wisconsin, and it does include a couple of our Illinois storm watch counties. And this runs through 11 p.m. So we could be here a little while tonight. So we want to show you that watch that just got issued. Then we'll continue with our coverage. This is Tornado Watch number 565. This goes in effect into 11 p.m. So it includes Eastern Ohio, Northwestern Illinois, Southwestern Minnesota, Northwestern Missouri, Western Central Wisconsin. Several tornadoes, likely with a couple. Let me fix the screen here so maybe you can see this. This goes in effect into 11 p.m. And you can see it covers most of that area. Tornadoes are high. EF2 tornadoes are moderate. So, and the winds are very high. So the main threat is going to be several tornadoes, likely a couple intense tornadoes, widespread winds, scattered significant gusts up to 90. So this is why the Storm Protection Center, decided to go with that tornado watch into 11 p.m. And I also sending this to YouTube and Illinois Storm Watch page because a couple of our Illinois counties are in the watch. So we'll be here. So we'll switch back to radar right now and get back where we were at. So you can see we still have the severe thunderstorm line is capable of producing winds over 70 miles an hour. And you can see in Missouri, we've been having reports of damage come in now. And several trees down, 50 winds over 55. We're getting reports of 2-inch hail. We're getting looks like now we got even more bad. We're starting to get some more reports coming in now, folks, of 4-inch hail. That's softball. So this is a particularly dangerous situation tonight. So, like I said, if you go under any warnings, take it very seriously. Softball size hail is enough to start doing some significant damage. And like I said, that's still, like I said, this is very bad. This is a life-threatening situation. Just a second, folks. Alright, sorry about that. We've been watching these storms in the last couple hours. We knew this line of thunderstorm was going to be very intense. And that's why we were been watching it a lot today with you. So back to radar again. And you can see, just watching this line, it's like a curvy C. And that's just going to bring some very strong to straight line winds with you. And that's why they mostly kept it as tornado and parts of it severe thunderstorm. Alright, parts of this line of thunderstorms I'm looking at is capable. This one line now has an destructive hail and some damaging winds, new tornado warning, and most of these are all confirmed tornadoes. So, like I said, and they booking at 75. This is how fast these moving around 75. You're not going to see it coming, so take cover now. I mean, this tornado warning remains in effect is 6:15 for Clint Horn County, and that's booking at 75. And you still see that it's just how fast somebody drives and speeds on the road. That's how fast this tornado will be. We got reports of storm chasers reported a semi on I-80 and power flashes. So that's probably with the tornado. That was a few hours. Then we had a few reports of tornadoes on the west side of the Atlantic area, so we're getting more reports of that. I mean, we're just getting more reports of power lines down, and then we're starting to get more reports coming in of power lines on Highway 34. So this just tells you what it's been today. Very strong to straight line winds, and the potential of this bow echo or line of thunderstorms to continue. We don't know if it's going to be a duration. It can't make any very many skips. So, like I said, we've been watching this whole line of thunderstorms all day long as it continues. And these warnings are going to continue into 6:30 for Ware County, Central Missouri, Central Ohio, Clark County, Central Ohio, Tyler County, Central Ohio, Franklin County, and Central Ohio, Adams County, and Southwestern Ohio, Ewing County, and Southwestern Ohio, Southwestern Madison County, and Iowa, and Dyer County in Iowa at 6:30. Severe thunderstorm. Let's see here. Severe thunderstorm was located along a line extended from Anchorton are 6 miles west of Ringwood, moving northeastern at 85. So this is booking at 85, 70 miles of wind gust. So, and even this whole line is going to bring the potential of spin-up tornadoes. QLC, and that's what we went ready to get into the QLC business. Well, these are spin up so quickly, and that just tells you some very strong straight line winds with these storms. And that's why we're continuing to watch this with the potentially of 90 miles per wind. Right now we're going to continue to keep our feet up. We're getting more report to 50 miles of wind, 50, 80. Several getting some trees uprooted and blown down. I mean, so yeah, this has just mainly been that. We had that one report of 4-inch hail. And 4-inch hail is enough to start. That's where you get car windows bust out and stuff like that. That's a never good thing when we have that. Just checking my Facebook, seeing if we got any new updates here coming in from the Storm Prediction Center or anything. And just to be really windy in certain places. Just checking here our and see the new tornado watch is up that way while we kind of shared it with our Illinois Storm Watch viewers because some of them will be impacted by this situation. So let's see, checking out here. Okay, now we're going to run through 8 p.m. See that just up a tennis ball size hail, so that'll be large enough to still tear things up. And you can see there's a winds over 70, 65 miles of wind. Several trees are down. I mean, this is just incredible looking at all this. And we'll back out once again. And you can see 515. We're continuing with our whole line pushing that way. And like some places are out of the area. But this area is just continuing with some very strong to straight line winds. And like I said, the back side, on the coast side, there's been snow with that. So that just tells you how powerful this whole line has been. So tornado warning, that'll be expiring when all 4 of these advisories. I mean, we're starting to get like 80 miles per wind. Once the 90 was kind of slow down just a little bit, we will probably take a quick breather. But 80 miles of wind is still like destructive. We're starting to get 70 in one spot. Tennis ball size hail. We'll zoom in here a little bit. And you could just see, once you get tennis ball, that's enough to cause some significant problems. And you can see over here by Elton area and Lee Lop area, that is some very strong, potentially of a large hail. And there is potentially some little bit of rotation, not tight enough to produce a tornado quite yet, but it won't take very much with this type of wind shear today. And yeah, 80 miles of wind is still going to be a problem. And if he's still booking at 60. Now, I mean, once this stuff is booking at 60 miles an hour, you're just not going to have a lot of time. At the bottom of these, we just got 60 miles of wind. So, probably, mostly up here in Ohio, these are going to be these spin-up tornadoes, these QLCs, that's going to be spinning up really fast. They could drop a quick tornado, maybe a damage one, maybe EF1, and they could be gone. So, like I said, this is a huge line of storms this evening. And like I said, we're getting lots of reports of especially power outages with this whole line, and that's what you expect of this. Just checking with Facebook again, make sure we don't have anything new to pass along to you. Starting to get high winds Wednesday. I mean, this is the day where we get enough to cause some high winds. I'm trying to see if like I said, it's kind of hard to get photos in tonight when it's getting dark, but I don't know if anybody has any photos of this. We can see any, because once we get pictures, we'll start sending them to the page. Let's see, just checking and every now and then see if anybody posted any, or any chasers see anything, because that'll be always a good sign if we always get photos, but nothing happened yet. So right now, we still got our tornado warnings in process. I mean, these storms people need to take the severe thunderstorm warnings as seriously as tornadoes. I mean, and like I said, these winds are gusting up to 80 miles an hour tonight, and that is still where we could get lots of spinning, and you see you got red next to green there. That is still tight. Rotation, that's 615. That's tornado wind for Hamilton County and central Iowa area. And see, it's a damaging tornado, red next to green there. We'll check in with our correlation thing, and sometimes this is what's been down, and I don't know if they got hit or something, or we can't actually read it. I mean, that's something that's concerning to me, because once we start seeing a bunch of power flashes, that's a problem. Front Dodge under a tornado warning to 645. I mean, severe thunderstorm warning, and this storm is, is capable of producing, Webster in central Iowa, Hardin County in central Iowa up here, in Story County, central Iowa, south central Franklin County, central Iowa, south central Pierce County, central Iowa, eastern Hope County, central Iowa, and eastern Bond County, central Iowa, and Freebrink around 6:45. 5:52, severe thunderstorm located along a line extending from Song Lake to Stalater, moving northeast around 85. So this is kick-cocking at 85. This is this dangerous storm in Iowa. 80 miles of wind with this. So, like I said, if you're in this polygon, you definitely need to be into your tornado safe, a storm spot, your safe spot. This is a life-threatening situation, and this whole line is life-threatening. You got the whole, you got the big red next to green to that tornado warning. That's going to give you a lot of sheared. Lots of wind sheared. That's why we have the tornado warning right there. That's that red next to green. That could cause that spin up tornado right there. And you got a couple different polygons with that storm. And this is why we've been telling you that is a very strong sign of a rotation. And that's another couplet trying to form up here toward Graham City area. So you in that area, you definitely need to be in your tornado safe spot. Even this storm is a radar indicated tornado today. It's still going to cause significant damage. And this new severe thunderstorm warning, and it's still capable of producing winds over 80 miles an hour. We got a couple new reports coming in of storm chasers and reported flipped over semis on 80, and you know that is a lot when you start getting flipped over semis. These emergency men reported confirmed 80 miles of wind through the county over here with this storm. So we're starting to get 80 miles of wind with this line of thunderstorm. This is some straight line to destructive winds. This is what we've been talking about all afternoon. We can see these powerful winds knocking down trees and probably causing some significant gusts. So, like I said, if you live in Iowa today, you need to be taking these storms very seriously. And we'll put radar back up. And this is some very strong to powerful winds. Destructive winds continuing. We got lots of reports coming in today. So right now we're just going to continue to watch this. We're not going to drop the feed for a long time for a little while. Probably not until I stop seeing 80 miles or even 90 miles reports of wind. I really haven't seen any. I got some more. I finally got a few pictures of coming in tonight. Some damage on Facebook, so let me take a look here. I'll show you what we found. We're just starting to see like images of trampolines have been damaged. So stuff like that is what's concerning me. I just got a new, Arkansas is under a new severe thunderstorm watch. That goes through at midnight tonight, so we can see storms all the way through midnight. So just going to pass that along. I'll have to share that with the weather service to the page just in a second. I'm trying to find that. Alright, yeah, we got some damage coming in. I'm going to take this out, and this is some significant damage coming in, and we need to be, that's why I'm trying to tell you, we've been getting a lot of damage coming in. Here's one of them coming in, and you could just see some like images. This is like a trampoline. Let me see if this will show up easy if I do this. Let me see if this will work better, or see, you can see the trampoline right there. See, that just is flipped into the basketball goal. That is some very powerful winds. So that's why we've been telling you we've been having some very strong winds today, and that's why I've been trying to tell you a lot. The damage and winds could be as concerned, and you can see there is more to it there. We're starting to get like big trees are flipped over like that. I don't know if that's a tornado or a severe thunderstorm did that. I mean, we'll have to investigate the damage later, but I think it's just some powerful winds you have to deal with, and this is why we're trying to tell you to just take cover, because this is some very strong to straight line winds, And you can see here now, I'll show you here, there is just a bunch of debris there. So that could be a tornado or some very strong straight line winds. That's why we've been telling you today too that this is some powerful wind. This is incredible. Just looking at this, and you can see there is some more roof damage coming in. There is like a tree house, some playhouse to collapse. So these could be some powerful to straight line winds that we've been dealing with. And you can see right here, there's the trampoline, basketball. I mean, stuff like this. We don't really see a stronger system like this, especially in the middle of December. This is very common. We don't really see that very often, and that's why we try to tell you, just to, don't let your guard down and take cover when all these advisories get issued. So we still got a new severe thunderstorm warning just came across my screen. So let's take a look at that in a minute. And try to pull this up again. Still got the tornado watch into 8 p.m. Still watching this line of thunderstorms. 6:45 for Johnson and Central Kansas, and North Central Cass County, Central Kansas, and Jackson County, Central Missouri. At 5:59, severe thunderstorm was located near Overton, moving at east at 60. 2-inch hail and 70 miles per wind. Train weather spotter reported this. So this includes the fallen highways between 70 Missouri between miles Mike 1 and 29. Interstate 35 Missouri between 211 and 235. Interstate 635 and miles mark 0 and 2. Interstate 147 and 016, Interstate 435 between miles mark 8 and 57 and 83. This is a severe thunderstorm warning, with damaging winds up to some straight line winds. This is non-thunderstorm wind gusts. We're starting to get large trees on houses, roofs been twisted around. I mean, this is just a bunch of winds. Now we're getting severe thunderstorm warnings down here with winds over 70 miles an hour. So this could just turn into a 70 miles of wind or even a couple of 80 miles of wind. That's still not the question. This severe thunderstorm warning goes in effect for Wake and Marshall County, Central Iowa, and that runs through 6:45. We're starting to see this line capable of producing 80 miles of wind and booking at 85. So, I mean, this still looks like a strong storm. We still got a tornado warning, and these are all spin up really quickly. So I just don't think you'll have a lot of time to act today. And this tornado is moving at 70 miles an hour, but this whole line has been moving real fast today. So we will continue to watch this. Just checking my phone. Still got the tornado watch from Missouri to 11 p.m. I'm checking right now just to make sure we don't have any new updates coming in. Because this is more likely. Alright, still like parts of our Missouri counties are added in a new severe thunderstorm watch that goes through about midnight. I'll check in with the Storm Prediction Center and see what they have in mind on that. And you can see it includes parts of Missouri. Main fret's going to be winds up to 75. So this is a new watch through about midnight tonight. So yeah, a few of our Missouri counties could be added to that. I mean, this just tells you what we could be dealing with. This is going to be a long and stormy even. Just a second here. Alright, let's get back to radar. Right now, I got still warnings. All these mainly are still going on this evening. And the red boxes are severe thunderstorm warnings, and that's been our thing. The 80 miles of wind, what we've been talking about, especially 90. And these are very strong winds. And that's why we've been talking about this all day. The winds could get really strong. So, right now we've been on for a little bit. I'm going to keep the live stream up. But like I said, we want to take a quick break, and we see 90 miles of wind or any more of that, we'll pop on. So we'll leave the live stream going and keep you informed as things happen.